So, as we move on to the next bout of the afternoon, it will be the second to last men's middleweight bout. We are at the halfway point of this afternoon session. It will be Emilio Correa from Cuba and Bogdan Juratoni from Romania.
Referee, Canada. Judge number 1, India. Judge number 2, Puerto Rico. Judge number 3, Dominican Republic. Judge number 4, France. Judge number 5, Hungary. Boot number 453. Men's middle 75.
Emilio Correa, 26 years old, from Havana, Cuba. And his opponent from Romania, now making his way to the ring, he is Bogdan Juratoni, also 21 years old. Emilio Correa has had glory before. He was in the 2008 29th Summer Olympic Games in Beijing, where he took second place in the 75 kilogram weight class. He lost to James DeGale from England with a 16-14 score in the final. That made him the second best amateur boxer in the world at 75 kilograms, and he wants to reclaim that glory next year in London. Wang Meng is our referee for the action. Cali, Pizarro, Martinez, Madfua, and Zooks are the judges. Thereafter, Emilio Correa, continuing his winning streak, took gold at the first Pan American Games qualifier in Cumana, Venezuela. He took second place on the Cuban National Team Championships. And he took first place at the Bolivian Alternative Games in 2011. Bogdan Juratoni from Romania. He was fifth place at the 2008 AIBA Youth World Championships in Guadalajara, Mexico. He took the silver, second place at the Zlatko Erbic Memorial Tournament in Croatia in 2011. And he took third place at the Hajika Turlik Memorial Tournament in Sarajevo, also in 2011. And here we are, Correa, Cuba, red corner, Juratoni, Romania, a blue corner. Correa back against the ropes. These Cubans have always brought a unbelievably trained and fierce fighting squad to all the international competition. There's a long heritage of fine boxers coming out of the Cuban amateur program. And now you see Correa with these long arms. He's able to get in there. Look at the stylistic approach being taken by Emilio Correa. Very confident, very sharp, very strong. A big right hand down the pike by Correa. And Juratoni from Romania, a feisty one at the very least. The referee going to issue a caution to Correa. A right hand right down the pike by Correa. That lands square on the face of Juratoni. Juratoni's going to have to keep a tighter guard if he's going to avoid some of those straight punches by Correa. And now as Correa's back is to his opponent while he's up against the rope, the referee's going to issue a caution, and here comes Juratoni as Correa's hands are up high. He's keeping a tight guard. And now Correa comes back. Juratoni with a left to the body. Juratoni's going to adjust his headgear, and the referee's going to let action resume. A big right hand by Correa. A right hand by Correa, and now Juratoni escapes with a left hand of his own to the body. A left jab by Correa, another left by Correa, and a ripping left hand followed by a right by Juratoni, and he hears it from the crowd. A right hand by Juratoni. He's giving the Cuban all he can handle. Here comes Correa with a right hand, and back comes Juratoni, pushing Correa up into the ropes. Correa throws a double, triple jab to the face of Juratoni. And now back at the center of the ring, and Juratoni connects with another right hand. Juratoni really finding a home for those big right hands, and Correa hands up. Referee issues a caution to keep his head up, and Correa throws a right, and a nice stiff left baby hook by Juratoni lands on the jaw of the Cuban, and Correa seems slightly buckled by the fierce punching power of Juratoni. The Romanian is really giving it his all. He's chopping away like he's trying to take down a redwood tree. A big right hand, then back comes Correa with a left. Correa's back against the ropes, and now Juratoni tries to reverse the tide, and Correa with a left hand. And Juratoni slips it again and throws a left to the body. And now a wild right hand by Correa sails over the head of Juratoni, and Juratoni continues to press the action. A right hand by Juratoni, a right hand by the Cuban, a left hand by Juratoni, and the Cuban ties him up. Emilio Correa, probably not expected to get this much adversity from the Romanian opponent. A big right hand, a chopping right hand by the Romanian scores to the temple of Correa, and the referee is going to issue a caution to Juratoni. A left right hand by Correa. Another right hand, a wild left hand misses by Correa. Juratoni misses with a left of his own. He misses with a right of his own. And now Correa grabs his head and pulls it down. There's just 20 seconds to go in round one, and this has been a barn burner so far. Correa pushes off. This will be quite an upset if the young Juratoni can upset the Cuban in this round of 16 bout. And Juratoni throws a left. He's got plenty left to go. There's 9 seconds left. The referee keeps a close eye on the action. Correa took a break. He threw a left, and now Juratoni comes back with a right, a left baby hook by Correa, and that's the end of round number one. And now the Cuban back on his stool, getting advice from his corner. We see the ripping left to the body and then back upstairs by Juratoni. Correa does what he can to get out of the way, and there's a nice left hook by Juratoni as he's got Correa up against the ropes. Correa does a good job escaping harm's way. He circles off the ropes, comes back with a few of his own, and the young Romanian being tended to in his corner. And it's a tie score after round one, 7-7. This is going to be close, folks. Do not walk away from your TV screen. There's only 7 more minutes, 2 3-minute rounds with a 1-minute break. Do not blink. This is anybody's bout. There's a lot at stake. There's a lot on the line. Cuba and Romania vying for world supremacy. And round 2 begins. The Cuban throws a right, and Juratoni throws a left, and back with the left comes the Cuban Correa. A right hand by Juratoni. Juratoni is really a powerful young kid. You can see the muscles bulging in his arms. He's putting his all into these punches. He's swinging for the fences, but he's swinging with measured accuracy. A left hand to the body, a right hand by Juratoni. Correa seems like he's got his hands full in this one. A double left hook by Juratoni, both fall short, and there's a left hook response by Correa. A left to the body by Correa, a left hook upstairs by Correa, and then Juratoni comes back with one of his own. They say don't hook with a hooker, but in this instance, both of these boxers are throwing caution to the wind. A right hand by Correa snaps back the neck of Juratoni. A right hand by Juratoni, and now he's got Correa once again on the ropes. There's 1 minute down in this second round. A right hand by Correa, a right hand followed by a left to the body by Juratoni, and both of these boxers are digging body shot hooks. A Correa left hook and another one by Correa, a right hand by Juratoni, and he's able to duck it is Correa. Here comes Correa marching forward, pressing forward, a right hand to the body, a right, and down goes Juratoni from a slip. Correa pushes him down from the back of his head. The referee is going to caution Juratoni to wipe off his gloves, and boxing will resume in the center of the ring. Juratoni with a left. Juratoni with another left. A chopping right hand to the head by Juratoni, followed by a left to the body. Correa in a tight guard. Correa, hands up. A chopping right by Juratoni. A lunging left by Correa. A left-right combination by Correa. And we're halfway through the second round, and both of these boxers are leaving it all on the line. A right hand by Juratoni, a left hook dug to the body by Correa, and another right. And these guys are trading lefts and rights, hooks to the body. Both of these boxers are trying to cut down this tree. A wild left hook by Juratoni, a clubbing right hand by Correa. A left to the body by Correa. This is about as exciting a bout as we've seen since the last one. A left hook by Juratoni. He turns his man. Another left to the body. Correa pours out a left jab. A right hand by Juratoni. This is anyone's bout. A stiff left jab by Juratoni sneaks in. And there's another baby right hand by Juratoni. Looks like he got credit for that one. Correa, Juratoni locking up. Under a minute to go in this second round of this exciting 2011 World Championships here in Baku, Azerbaijan. Cuba and Romania vying for world supremacy here at this 75-kilogram weight class. A left hand by Correa, and back comes Juratoni. Neither will give an inch if they'll take a yard, and here comes Correa swinging away at the fences. A stiff right hand by Juratoni scores, and you hear it from the crowd. A right hand to the belly by Correa. Neither boxer is willing to budge. It's a war of attrition. There's 10 seconds left to go in this second round. Juratoni back on the ropes, fighting like his life depends upon it. Correa looking a little winded. That is it, round 2 in the books. Take a look at the action, folks. Correa digging a left to the body, and Juratoni coming back with a right uppercut to the chin and a left to the body. Juratoni, I think surprising many, perhaps not himself, the way he's handling this Cuban boxer. And the score is 17-16. The Romanian boxer is up by 1 after 2 rounds. This could be one of the bigger upsets. Emilio Correa, a 2008 Olympic silver medalist. It doesn't get closer than that to being the best in the world just 3 years ago. And here comes Bogdan Andre Juratoni. Hardly a world championship bout on his resume. And here he comes, up by 1 against the wily Cuban, and down goes the Cuban. Juratoni puts the Cuban on his back just 10 seconds into this 3rd round. Can you believe it? The Cuban is stunned. The referee giving a standing 8 count. He doesn't know what hit him. I'll tell you what hit him. It was a left hand of Juratoni. And Juratoni looking to finish this one early. Juratoni being tied up by Correa. Correa trying to shake the cobwebs. Can Juratoni finish this? Can Juratoni take down the mountain that is Emilio Correa by you? 2.5 minutes. Juratoni up on the scorecards coming into this round. He's pressing the action. A snapping right hand by Juratoni sends back the Cuban. And the Cuban now is fighting for his life. He's fighting for survival. He's fighting for pride. A snappy right hand by Correa. A big right hand. Correa seems to have shaken the cobwebs. Can he do enough? Can he rely on his years in the ring? Can he rely on his world championship experience? Can he pull something out of his back pocket to stem the tide that is the Romanian slugger, Bogdan Juratoni? And now the referee is going to separate the boxers. He's going to issue a caution to Correa. Correa still looking a little befuddled, not quite sure what he's thinking right about now. Juratoni being flustered by that left jab staying in his face by Correa. Correa wraps a left hook around the side of the neck of Juratoni. Halfway through the 3rd and final round, here comes Correa firing back. Correa very much still in this fight. He was only down by a point, and although he went down, that doesn't give Juratoni any extra points. It's just considered another scoring blow. So while it looks like Juratoni may be well ahead on the scorecards, it could just be a matter of points. We will soon find out. There's only a minute left. Juratoni looking like he's got all the energy in the world. Correa looking like he's fighting for his life. Juratoni showing a nice defense, steady foundation, good balance, very clean balance on the part of Bogdan Juratoni, whereas Correa seems like the one unsteady on his feet. And here comes Juratoni, and once again the referee going to issue a caution to Juratoni to keep his hands up. Here comes Correa, a double left jab, another left jab. Juratoni comes forward with a whipping right hand, falls short of its mark. A right hand by Juratoni, another right on the top of the head by Juratoni, a left hook by Correa. And here comes Correa trying to charge through. He pushes down the head of Juratoni. There's under 30 seconds left. The referee is going to issue a caution to Correa to keep his hands up. Here comes Juratoni. He wants to finish this one in style. He doesn't want to leave it for the scorecards. He doesn't want to leave it in the judge's hands. He wants to put it in his own hands. He wants to end it with an exclamation point, but here comes Correa with a left stiff jab down the middle, takes a starch out of Juratoni's neck. And now here comes Juratoni swinging back. 5 seconds left. Correa, Juratoni, Correa. And a right hand by Correa as the bell sounds, and that is it, folks. What an exciting bout, Romania and Cuba. This will be quite a story if Bogdan Andre Juratoni could dethrone the king, Emilio Correa Baku, here in this round of 16 bout. Juratoni looks to the sky. He looks to the high heavens. He's hoping someone's looking down on him right now. The scores are being tallied. The referee ready to raise the arm of one of these men. Who is going to the London Olympics in the summer of 2012? Who's going on to the quarterfinals tomorrow? And who's going home? And the winner, Bogdan Andre Juratoni from Romania, unseats the Cuban dynamo Emilio Baku with a score of 26-24. What a bout. What an exciting bout here at the 2011 World Boxing Championships in Azerbaijan. Take a look at the action, folks, from round 3. You see how little roughhousing sends Bogdan down to the floor. The Romanian, Juratoni. Here comes Correa fighting back. And Juratoni throws a right to the head. You see it there. There's a left that sails a little high. There's another one, a left to the body. And wow, what